So till 10th, I was a great student, and 11th, suddenly all my friends left, my support, my connect with school left, everything stopped literally, and I needed something to continue whatever I was doing, because I took the decision to pursue engineering late because I was confused for 2 to 3 months
Okay.
after the result what I have to do. So I started late, kind of.
Hmm.
Yeah, so after
Okay.
starting it, then I continued it, but I didn't like it studying that part. So what basically happened is I stopped being in touch with the homework and that class schedule and all and all. So yeah, currently I'm trying to figure out my stuff. Let's see how it goes.
You were talking about taking up the science stream, right? That you decided it pretty late. You decided that you want to take up science pretty late
Yeah,
for engineering.
yes.
Hmm. Got
Because
it.
I was confused.
Acha.
So I took this decision because this gave me more options in the future to shift if I don't
Okay.
like anything else.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a rational decision.
Got it.
Yeah.
What about now? Like right now, you are in 11th, and
Yeah.
you are going to give the 12th boards next year, right?
Yeah.
And I think you'll also start preparing for competitive exams.
Yeah. JEE.
Yeah. So how is that going on as of now for you?
It is going pretty cool and quite fast because I haven't experienced this much speed, because in our school everything was slow. Slowly we were completing
Oh,
chapters and all, but now this JEE world is quite fast for me. I'm trying to catch up
acha.
with the stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
For me,
Okay.
the hard part is remembering the formulas and stuff, and is JEE full of formulas in maths, physics. Yeah,
Hmm.
so it's quite a bit battle for me. Let's see how I do that. Yeah.
Hmm. And why? Acha, you mentioned that you are taking up JEE and engineering because you think that it will open up more options for you in the future,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. And have you like do you have like any colleges in mind that these are some colleges that I wish to go to,
See,
or will that come later?
when I started preparation, I thought in my mind that I have to go to IITs. Yeah, it was my dream to get into
Okay.
IITs. But
Mm-hmm.
then slowly I figured out, okay,
Hmm.
IITs are not everything. They are just colleges,
Hmm.
maybe better with better facilities, but at the end they are colleges. So don't put up your mind that getting into IITs is my dream. Cracking this exam with the best scores and understanding the concept is what matters for me currently. Because physics, chemistry, maths will help me, not the IITs, because that's what it is, I think.
Hmm. Okay.
I take
And
IITs as,
and what does your parents think about it?
yeah, they are quite open minded, so
Yeah. Sorry.
they don't give a bothering about that much, because they understand that it's a COVID time and all are at home, and it's quite difficult to have self discipline and study and all and all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Hmm.
okay. And are both of your parents working or
No, my father works, my mother
okay?
is a housewife.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is your father is your father into a corporate
No, no,
job, or what is the nature of his work?
he's a shopkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and how much influence does your or how much of your thought process has been derived from your parents? Do you think?
The open mindedness, I took that from my parents. I took the humility from my parents. I took the power of
Hmm.
understanding the situations and acting on it from my parents. So there are many skills which I took it from my parents, as you say.
Got it.
The
Hmm.
curiosity and all and all. The best thing is open mindedness because that is what lacks generally in parents. I have thought about. They don't force me to do anything,
Hmm.
and that's what I think is the best thing because they don't own me. Huh? I am an individual being who came to the planet. Huh? So, like that.
Do they tell you all this to you? Do they tell this thing to you,
No,
or
that's
are you saying that yourself?
I am telling it out of my own experience of them, what they think, how they act. I have taken that
Oh, okay. So,
out of their
okay, got it.
behavior. Yeah,
Got it. Hmm. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
yeah.
So, what would your father tell about you? If I were in a conversation with your father,
Hmm.
what would he tell me about you?
I can't say what a person thinks about a person at a particular situation of time. It totally depends. But as a father, he'll likely try to say some good things about me, like he's a curious one. He tries to do stuff on his own. He's a quite a good fellow, like that. Some good words for me. He won't say anything bad to you. That's a general approach how parents tell about their kid. Yeah,
Okay, and what about your mother? What would he tell about you? So I mean, of course, they would talk about good things. I mean,
yeah,
in no way they would like every parents want the best for their child. They always talk good things, but even in good things, like what specifically would they talk about? Because here I'm trying to understand you better.
yeah.
So what do your parents think about yourself? One is that you talked about that, yeah, they would say that you are a curious child.
Hmm.
What else?
They would say that he doesn't listen to us, but at the end, he comes to us back. What I generally do is I don't listen to anybody. I take my own route, but in that en routing, I include them somehow. So whatever decision I take, it is my decision, but it is partly influenced by them. So they will say that
How? In what sense?
in what sense?
How is it influenced by them? For example, you took the decision to do this interview with me, okay?
Hmm.
And after taking that decision, you informed them that, hey, I'm doing this interview. So how is this particular decision influenced by them?
How is this decision influenced by them? Good. Let me think, please. See, I have taken that open mindedness thing from them that I can do whatever is good for me. She
Hmm.
told me to check who is asking you, check about him, what he is doing. Is he a fraud? Something like that. So, whatever you are doing,
Hmm.
do it cautiously. She told me that.
Hmm.
My father told me,
Got
good,
it.
you can do that. So somehow if
Hmm.
they say no, I can't do anything else.
Hmm.
So they somehow influence
Got it.
my conversation with you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But let's assume that you were cautious in figuring out whether this particular person that you're speaking to is a fraud or not, and then once you decided to go ahead, then when you're informing your parents that, hey, I'm doing this interview, um, they did not really tell you yes or no, right? They told you, they gave you an advice for you to follow. Now it
Hmm.
is up to you to whether you want to follow it or not, correct?
Yep.
Understood. Hmm. Interesting. And what about so who takes majority of your decisions in the house, like the decisions which are related to your aspect? Do you take them yourself? Does your father decide, or does your mom decide? Do you first approach them to ask for their help in decision making, or do you decide and then you go to them? Like for majority of the decisions, not only this interview, but for majority of the decisions related to you.
See, I delegate my decisions in three parts. One is which I can do it on
Okay.
my own and just tell them that I am doing this. The second is I
Okay.
needed advice of my parent, is it good for me to do or not? And the third one is if money comes in
Okay.
between. Because I don't earn, I have
Hmm.
to rely on them for my monetary needs. So whatever I need, so I will ask them
Yeah.
if you can afford this and is it good for me. If it is good for me and they can afford it, then good. Otherwise, I
Hmm.
leave it. That's it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So you rely on their judgment to come to a conclusion whether it is good for you or not. Correct?
kind of. Not always, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay. Got it. Got it. So currently, like, what is it that drives you? What are you driven by as a person? Like, what drives you? I understand that you are very curious and you are very open minded. You have been influenced by your parents who are also open minded,
hmm.
and they don't force you to do anything. But what really drives you as a person, like from inside? What drives you?
See, I'll tell you a short story about me if you like that.
Sure, sure, sure. Of course.
When I
Please
was
go
a
ahead.
when I was a kid, what happened to me is that I was very handy person. So I was quite curious at hand. I try to do something. I'll touch this. I'll do that. I can't sit still. But once I got to know about meditation, I tried it. So what it did for me made me more suitable for this society. Now, how it will make me more suitable for this society? I internalized my curiosity, which was outside, to the inside world. And I got to know that this is a bigger playground than the outside world. So I used up my most of the energy understanding about me, myself, my strengths, my weakness, who am I, what I am not, what is good for me, what is good bad for me, like that. So like this, generally,
Hmm.
yeah, this is how I internalized my curiosity. So I became less at hand and more of mind. So when I played more with mind, people accepted it because I was quiet and I got to understand the situation better. I like to take data points from literally everything. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And what influenced you into meditation?
I got to know about this
How
person.
did you start meditating?
Yeah, I'll tell that. What happened to me is that in school we were taught basic meditation, which was just playing a music and we had to sit still and just listen to music just like that. So I thought that is meditation. But then I won't name disclose
Okay.
the person, but I'll say that I found this person online
Yeah.
who made more sense to me than any
Hmm.
other person on the planet. Whatever my
Hmm.
parents told that okay, this is God, this is why it is done, they gave me some belief related answers. What I did was I asked him on the net. It means his videos were available. I saw that. So I got to know more and more and
Hmm.
more. So from the
Hmm.
logically he explained in one of his videos the what is meditation and why people interpret it in wrong ways. So what I did is I took the right
Hmm.
way of meditation and what it really meant to do meditation. So yeah, from there I got,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. And what about the practice of meditating? Do you follow that particular person's method, way of meditating?
See, I did this in 6th and 7th standard. So since 6th to 11th, 5 years I have been understanding who am I and what is truth, what is meditation. So there is no particular practice of meditation. What meditation is you don't have to do anything. That's what conclusion I can draw till to this progress of mine. So meditation means doing nothing, just simply sitting and observing your thoughts. Not even observing it, let them pass by. Slowly they will stop and then you will experience the silence. That's what I have experienced. Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned that when you started meditating, um, it was that period of time where you were pretty restless and you couldn't sit in one place,
Hmm.
and that's how you got started.
Yeah.
And and now it seems that you're not that restless because, of course, you're speaking to me right now, and it's been quite some time that we're talking.
Yeah.
So why do you meditate right now? What is your reason to meditate right now,
Currently, I meditate when I am
as of
in.
now?
I have derived kind of conclusion that I meditate when I need it. I generally don't meditate as a ritual basis. I do it when I have to take certain decision or I have to come to a conclusion for something, then only I do meditation. So I have reduced the intensity because currently if my mind is free, I don't need to meditate.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. And what does your parents say to you about meditation, or what are their thoughts when you meditate? Like, don't like what do they think about it, and what do they tell you about
as I told, they are open minded. So though they don't say that you don't do it, they understand its benefit and they see the changes because from a restless kid to becoming an intellectually minded person is not an easy journey. And if they see that change, they believe it. That something it has done to our child which is for good. I was
it?
more,
I understand that
yeah,
part. Yeah, but see, you mentioned that it's been a journey. You started it from, I think, sixth or seventh till 11th. It's been 4 or 5 years, right? That you have been in on this journey.
hmm, yes,
But to make parents understand the benefits of it, and for them to believe the changes,
hmm.
how did that happen initially? Like, what was their initial reaction when they saw you meditating? What were their comments when they saw that you're meditating and you got into meditation?
See, my father generally did meditation and he knew what it is and what it is not. So my father is quite advanced
Okay.
in these things. He has a calm mind, clear ideas. Whatever he says
Hmm.
is what I conclude after my whole roundabouts of everything. So I see that I believe in him first and then I try to logically understand by disbelieving in him and ending up understanding what he says because he has come out of an experience of meditation and all yoga and all. That's what he did in his childhood, I guess. That's why he gets that much knowledge. And my mother, she
Hmm.
understands what my father has done all these years. So she understands the what is meditation, what it is not, like that.
Hmm. So they're pretty cool about it. Got it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Because see, the reason why I asked you this is because initially the parents who do not have certain background about meditation and yoga, when they see a child meditating,
Hmm.
okay, when they see a child sincerely meditating,
Hmm.
one of the first thoughts that they have is that, oh, I might lose my child,
Ha ha ha.
okay, oh, my child might leave me. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so these are some of the basic instincts that a parent goes through initially. But since you mentioned that your parents were already aware of meditation, its benefits, and how it works, and so on,
Yeah.
they were pretty cool about it.
Yeah.
So got it. Hmm, makes sense. Makes sense. So let's play a quick short game. Okay, this is like I think you would have heard of this game several times before as well. Karan Johar plays it on his
Rapid
show, and
fire.
it's a very popular game. Yes, rapid fire. Okay, I'll just mention a word, and you just tell me whatever comes to your mind when you hear that word. So if I say sun, if you say sun, I might say, for example, heat or
Hmm.
sunshine or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
okay, cool. Acha, cool. Passion,
Yeah.
passion.
Driver.
Okay, family,
Happiness.
health,
Wealth.
okay, success,
Fake.
Okay. Ambition.
necessity,
Okay. Dog.
dog,
Yeah.
cute,
Okay. Job.
waste of time,
Okay. Marriage.
bond,
Okay. Money.
wealth is good,
Okay. Hobby.
good,
Sorry. Hobby.
good to do,
Okay. Friends.
short time,
Okay. Books.
friends,
Okay. Twitter.
useful,
Okay. Meditation.
no mind,
Okay. Failure.
teacher,
Sorry.
teacher,
Teacher. Okay. Plants.
organism,
Okay. Work.
hefty,
Okay. Goal.
momentary,
Okay. Father.
first friend,
Okay. Achievement.
good for short time,
Okay. Mother.
loving,
Mom. Okay. Hmm. Cool. This
yeah,
was good. This was fun.
thanks,
And okay. So just a couple of more questions that I'm really interested in.
cool,
Um, so what would you say is your current pursuit?
truth.
Pursuit in the sense truth. Okay. And what do you understand by truth? What exactly is truth?
If you understand who you are, the world is
Hmm.
resolved, definitely. That's the ultimate goal.
Okay. Acha. Okay. To understand yourself is to understand the truth. That's what you are saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I understood a lot about you and your parents and um, how you're going about currently. Tell me what when it comes to you,
Hmm.
what are your parents' greatest worries?
He will become a sannyasi.
Hmm. And when it comes to you, what does your parent complain about the most?
I don't do something until I get a particular reason to do it. And I, not just a particular reason, but I know that I have to do it. I don't do it till now, till then, no matter what.
Hmm. Okay, so there might have been instances when they might have tried to convince you, but if you don't get a good enough reason, you would just not do it and just say
Yeah,
no. Is that correct?
correct.
Hmm. Okay.